and Apostle, directly and indirectly, you have reiterated that starting a church, if a person has an option, they shouldn't do it. It's coming out as a theme to me that it is difficult. Talking about difficult, what difficulties have you experienced in the past 13 years of Grace Covenant Church and 17 years of your ministry?
Wow, that's a broader question, Pastor. I can't really put them all out of head, but I'll just pick the few that I can just recall from my fingertips. Leading God's people is not easy. You go into the scriptures. Moses found it very, very difficult leading the Israelites. You'd find that it's never easy to lead God's people, and that does not exempt you when you are now leading a church, because you really have to be spiritually mature, and you also have to have a big knowledge base for you to be able to be relevant. So ministry's challenges comes with growth. It's not only the growth of the church, it's the growth of the pastor. You have to grow higher than the level that the church is growing at, so that you remain relevant.
Right.
So there are growth challenges that also comes into play, and also there's the financial aspect. In as much as the gospel is for free, but the means to get it to the people is not free, and managing people in general is never easy. Managing a group of volunteers, for that matter, is not easy. Those who go into secular, workspace, they will understand that, the HRs will understand better. Working with people who are on a salary, they are difficult. Let alone working with people who are volunteers, it's even more difficult. And, the general challenges that comes, competition. There's a lot of competition in ministry. There's a lot of pressure that comes with ministry. Pressure from yourself, pressure from within, and pressure from outside. And, there are many. When you talk of pressure, every Sunday you have to be at your best. Every Wednesday you've got to be at your best. Every day you've got to be at your best.
Apostle, if I can cut you a bit, I am remembering a message that you have preached, not once, not twice, but it has become a form of inoculation for the congregation that you are leading at Grace Covenant Church, which is to do with tests, trials, and temptation. These 3 T's. And it is coming to me at a time when we are discussing difficulties. Have you been tested, tried, and tempted yourself? Could it be, if an average mind is thinking out there, that this message probably developed not only from the scriptures, but from the things that you were experiencing in your journey?
Of course, I've gone through all that, and I'm still in the process. I'm not yet done with all of that. You have to be tested. Every meaningful friendship is tested. Every meaningful relationship is tested. Your relationship with God is tested. Your relationship with people is tested. And I've gone through temptations myself, and I'm still going through temptations. And I know I'll go through temptations up to the end of my journey. It's something that you always go through. And trials have been there. We have gone through them, and we are still going through trials. And talking of that, it's something that you face on a daily basis. Many times you feel like quitting. I'm yet to see one man of God who tells me that, Apostle, from the day that we started up to now, I haven't thought of quitting. If really God has called you, at some point you think of quitting. You think, with my qualifications, I can go and find a good job somewhere. I've been tested many times. I've had offers to come, to go outside the country and pursue something else. And sometimes you look at things that are happening on the ground and the offers that are coming. that's a temptation on your side. I can just drop this thing and take a better offer. So these are some of the things that we face on a daily basis. And we don't talk of disappointments that comes with it. They make part of the trials that you go through. Ministry is full of disappointments. Those franchises in church, they come at a high cost. They come at a high cost. You are tempted, you are tried. Sometimes you preach with tears, and sometimes you preach with a broken heart, and let alone the loneliness that comes with ministry. The higher you go, the lonelier you become. So you've got to understand and appreciate and begin to appreciate that as you go up there, you become a loner. You talk of friends. Sometimes it's difficult to maintain friendship in ministry, and you end up pushing and pulling all things by yourself, and the ability to adjust between the godly side and the human side. You have got to balance all things at once. You've got to be at yourself. You've got to be at your best every time and at every minute.
And the issue of balance, I understand you are a married man.
Yes.
You have a wife and children, and I want to also believe that your family, your biological family, is also involved in ministry left or right. And considering the demands of ministry and many other facets of your life, pungently your biological family, how have you managed to balance that?
Well, it needs the grace of God. Firstly, it takes a lot of grace for your family to believe in you. You'll find that the Bible says that we should preach first in Jerusalem before we go outside. So the first thing that a man of God go through is the ability, or is the fight to be accepted by his own blood, by his own kith and kin. So those are in many cases, those are the last people to believe in you, because they know you better. They've grown up with you. They know your mistakes. They know your human side. They know your errors. They know the other side that other people don't know about you. But I thank God in my space, my siblings, I don't know how they did it, but I believe it's by the grace of God. They accepted what is on my life. And some of them are serving with us as pastors and in different spaces within our ministry. And how I balance that off, I know there is a cap that I can't remove every time, but there are other caps that I put on. The cap of a man of God is a permanent cap.
Right.
Whether I'm at a family gathering, whether I'm in my own home, whether I'm meeting with friends, that cap doesn't come out. That cap doesn't come off. But there are the caps that I put on and remove. When I'm with my biological father, he knows that I'm a man of God, but I'm his son.
Right.
So when I'm with my biological father, I put on the cap of a son, so that I'm able to relate with him at the level of father and son. But the same man, he understands the cap that I put on, the cap of a man of God. So there are instances whereby I put on the cap of a man of God when I have got to push and lead on the spiritual side. So I'm his son, but he knows that I'm an apostle and anointed. Then I have siblings. I am their sibling. I am their brother. And I have sisters too. So there's a space whereby I relate with them as just an ordinary, family member, but notwithstanding the fact that there's a cap that is on my head that I can't just remove. And even when I come back home, I am a husband. I am a father to my sons and to my daughters. So I try and balance all that. With my biological children, they don't see a pastor in me. They see their dad. I'm dead at home. I play games with them. I watch cartoons with them. But at the same time, they know that he is our father, but he is a man of God. So it's not really easy trying to balance them off, but you have got to make it easy. But sometimes God might show you something on them, and you have to then make them understand that the person who is now speaking to them is no longer the person that was playing with them. So you really have to alternate. So in a way, you'll have to you'll need the grace of God to be able to influence them at all these levels, putting on these different caps, so that at the end of the day, they won't miss out on what God is doing, just based that the man whom God is using is our friend, is our dad. So you really have to alternate, and we bless God for the last years that I've been married. I've managed to be a friend to them, to be their pastor, to be the husband, and to be the priest of the home also.
That's a mammoth task,
Yeah.
to say the least. Are there any things that you do for fun? And from how I'm looking at it, while you're speaking about your life, I'm tired for you. So is there anything that you do for fun?
Yeah, there are things that I do for fun. I love watching my TV. I'm a big Liverpool fan, so I really love watching soccer, and I love my road trips. I love my road trips because of my schedules and because of the stature at which we are running these things. Sometimes some ordinary places that people go to, they are not an ordinary space for me. So what I then end up doing, I love my own space. So I love doing road trips and traveling in general. It's I really consider it as something that I do to refresh and to reconfigure my